Yeah, just keep building our game. I think regular season is going to come up pretty soon on us, so just take advantage of each game. Work on the things we need to work on, and then hopefully by game one we're ready to go.
Entering training camp where you had an offseason where your team didn't make that many changes,
Yeah.
how does that help you guys from a chemistry standpoint when you're lining up with familiar guys in camp?
Yeah, it's great. I think every year, each year I've been in the league, I think you just feel the relationships growing, and we're building a good thing here with the core. So, I think each year you get more familiar with the guys, and obviously this trip is good for the newer guys to kind of get acclimated. And but I mean it's just fun each year. It's been good.
Have you done any or do you have any plans to do any bonding activities, team activities while you're in Quebec City?
We had a good thing yesterday. Shabby had all the boys over. We had a good golf day. Today, hopefully we'll watch the Ryder Cup after practice. Hopefully U.S. comes back. But other than that, just kind of hang out with the boys, watch the Ryder Cup, and that's about it.
Have you ever been to Quebec City before?
I was here for Shabby's wedding 2 summers ago. So it was fun then, and it's pretty fun now.
How good of a tour guide is Shabby?
Yeah, I was telling him yesterday, he does it right. Like, he makes sure all the boys are taken care of. He gives us all the restaurants, all the spots. So he's just an awesome host when we're in his home city. It's been good.
Do you have to make it up to him when you guys go to New York? Or?
Nah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
How much confidence do you take from the way you played in preseason? I know it's a preseason game, but going up against Masters and playing well, how much do you feel like that translates moving forward for you?
Yeah, I think I'm trying to play well every night, but confidence-wise, I think I had a good summer, so I was coming in pretty confident. But yeah, that's a good start, but it means nothing anymore in this business, so you just gotta give a good performance next time.
What do you feel like you want to improve on, just personally going into next season or this season?
Yeah, I think every year I think you have goals, and I think this year I'm just gonna continue to develop my defensive game and hopefully my offensive game, and just help the team win. I think that's the biggest thing. I think the boys have finally bought in. Some guys just need to buy in to win, and that's what I'm going to do. And hopefully,
what's that balance of trying to maybe bring a bit more offense while at the same time, you've been one of the best defensive players in the league, last season, and maintaining that?
Yeah, I think you try to learn different things. I think last year I never really was in that role, so it took me a little bit to kind of do that and try to contribute offensively. And I think towards the end of the year I started to figure it out, and hopefully this year I bring that into this year at the start, and hopefully just stay consistent with it.
Maybe it's a bit difficult to judge for everybody, but at what point last year do you think it clicked for everyone to buy into Travis's system and thinking?
I think even during training camp, he was the way he's a great leader. I think the boys really buy into what he's about. He's real. He's good at communicating. So I think right away the boys pretty much bought in. It takes some time to get to learn the systems and the way he wants us to play, but I think as the season went on, we started to kind of get that chemistry going, get that game that he wanted us to play, and I think he did a good job of trying to buy us in pretty quick.
What was the trickiest part of getting acclimated to what Travis was getting you guys on?
I don't know. I think you play a different system the year before, and then you come into the summer, and I think he did a good job of that summer before he came in, talking to all the boys, kind of expecting what he wanted, and then when we got to training camp, he showed us how he wanted us to play, and we just kept building, and I just think training camp's obviously big for guys, and I think last year he did a good job of it.
And what were off-season conversations like with Travis this time around compared to last year?
Just building. I think we need internal growth if we want to take that next step. I know that's been a big message of his, and some guys have to take certain steps, and I think he challenged everyone to get better this offseason. And I think our group is such a competitive group, and I think all of us took that challenge, and I think we did good.
Brought up competitive. How competitive was golf yesterday, and who may have been victorious?
It was very competitive yesterday. Me, G, Sabrango, and Levy ended up winning the whole thing. The boys are going to be mad that I said that out loud. But yeah, so we won, and it was good matches. It was fun.
Was it close?
Yeah, it was close. We did a whole golf and then a bunch of games at Shabby's house. So it was a whole little thing we had the whole day, and Team USA ended up coming out on top.
Who came last?
I want to say Ollie's team, maybe. I don't want to put guys on blast. I don't know. I forget. I forget who came last.
You sound like you did, but okay.
I don't know. I can't name names on that team, so.
Sorry if I asked you this question already before, but what have been your impressions of how Tim Stützle has grown under Travis Green?
Yeah, I think last year, he challenged Timmy to kind of. I mean, everyone knows he's unbelievably offensively. Everyone could see that he put up 90 points as a 20-year-old. That's not easy to do. So, I think it's just taking that next step. You know, our top player needs to play that 200-foot game, and I think last year he's taken a big step, and I'm sure this year he's a smart kid. He's going to be even better at it. So it's going to be fun to watch.
Tim has gone out of his way. We've asked him about what he thinks of Jake Sanderson. He
Yeah.
thinks of him as a top 2 player in the world. He'll hype up his boys.
Oh, yeah.
From your vantage point, how does he feel about himself? How does he rate himself compared to some of the other centers in the league?
Timmy knows he's nasty. He has a good confidence about him. So that's how you have to be like that. And, yeah, I don't think he lacks confidence still.
Yeah, excited to be here. You know, spend a few days with, you know, our teammates, team bonding and whatnot. But, yeah, it's awesome rink here, so pretty cool to be here.
And how was the day yesterday? I heard that you guys were golfing with Shabby. Maybe what was that like and the experience of just bonding with the group?
Yeah, it was great. You know, cool to see where Shabby's from and, you know, be at his golf course and just hang out at his house. So, you know, it was a good time with the team.
What are these 2 games maybe for getting geared up for the season? A little bit of a lapse in the games over the past few days, but how important are these 2 here in Quebec to get geared up?
Yeah, very important. I think, you know, just having a sold-out barn too, kind of feel like an actual NHL game. So, you know, I'm really excited and, you know, can't wait to play.
How has maybe Chabot kind of helped your game over the past couple of years and kind of been a mentor to you over his career?
Yeah, no, he's been a great leader for me. Just watching him when I was younger. So, you know, I think one thing about Shabby is just his confidence and, you know, how he's a professional all the time. So, you know, a lot of things to look up to.
How much does it seems like he's one of like the players' favorite players? Like it seems like the team really rallies behind him. How much have you maybe noticed that just throughout your time with the team? How lovable he is in many ways?
For sure, yeah. I mean, he's been here the longest, so I think everybody rallies behind Shabby always, and you know, it's cool to get in the playoffs, not just as a team, but you know, for him going through so many years without it. So it's yeah, it's pretty cool.
How would you describe Thomas's influence in the locker room? Like, I know, like last year he picks out like what the songs are being played in the locker room DJ. Like, what's his influence around you guys as a personality?
Yeah, for sure. You know, like I said, he's been here the longest, so everybody knows him really well, and I think in the locker room too, just he's a louder guy. You know, in between periods, he's always talking. So yeah, a lot to love there.
How do you see the expectations that regarding the team this season? Do you guys change maybe the approach you have at the beginning of the season?
I don't think so. But at the same time, I feel like we definitely want to raise the bar for sure for our team. And, you know, we're not looking at the end goal right now. We're kind of just focusing on every single day that's going to get us there.
How important is maybe the start of the season for you guys? Like last year, obviously November didn't go as well. When you regroup, like how important is this time of the year to prepare for the beginning of the season?
Yeah, the start's huge. I think in the past that's kind of an area where we've struggled. So I think, you know, having a good camp, taking things seriously, and you know, being well conditioned, all things that we are right now, hopefully, you know, help us have a good start.
How different or similar do you feel like this group is at this point in training camp compared to years prior?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to really tell without playing, you know, an actual game yet. So, but I think compared to last year, we're definitely more prepared, more well-conditioned too, just, you know, having a greener camp under our belt. So, yeah, we feel pretty good.
At what point last year did you feel you were fully accustomed or acclimated to Travis Green and his style of coaching?
I mean, it can definitely take some time for sure. It's not something that that I really worry about too much. I think as a team, we kind of just, you know, come together and we learn as a team together. But it can definitely take some time, take some practices to just get used to his coaching style and everything above. Yeah.
So you don't have like a specific time of when exactly that might have come together for you?
Not really. No, I can't really remember.
How much does it help that just maybe on that you have the systems nailed down as a team, right? Like that you know the PK units, you know how you want to play at 5-on-5, like going into this year where last year you were still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like you said, just little things in practice too, like knowing the drill, so we can just, you know, get right into it, not go to the board as much. You know, we know his expectations for us, and you know what kind of coach he is. You know, he's very, very intense, but he's fair at the same time. So, you know, he wants everybody. He wants to, you know, bring the best out of every single player, and you know, as a player, that's something you want in a coach. So I think, you know, as a whole, we're pretty lucky.
You finished pretty strong last year. I think you were like a point per game from January. Did something change at that point, or did you notice something that clicked in your game to?
Yeah, I don't know. I've said it a million times. I think I just had a slower start and it took me a little time just to get going. But yeah, I think near end of December, January, I really, I felt confident, found my game, so kind of just kept rolling with it.
Regarding yesterday, was it the whole team that went to St. Marie, where Chabot's from?
Yes. Yeah.
How proud was he to show where he's from?
Yeah, he was very excited. He was very proud to show the best place on earth, as he says. So no, it was a good time.
Just curious, has your dad ever shared any stories about back in the day with the Whalers and Nordiques games being played here in Quebec City?
He hasn't, but it's probably something I got to ask him about for sure.
I mean, it's just fun. I mean, you're home and you get to show it around to the guys. So, like we said, the last few days, it was exciting, and I was looking forward to it. And we had a great team bonding day yesterday, and it's been a lot of fun so far.
And being out here on the ice, maybe just what was that like for you, seeing some fans in the stands?
It was great today. I mean, it makes practice always more fun when there's fans. And no, you know what, we're low ways from home, but it's nice to see that the fans are coming out for practice like today, and we're just excited to play the next two games. And so far, Quebec City's been great. So.
Je l'ai posé aussi à David, mais sentez-vous que les joueurs, vous avez une petite job de séduction à faire avec les partisans de Québec pour clencher peut-être le Canadien qui arrive avec vous autres?
Oui puis non. Tu sais, au bout de la ligne, c'est on vient ici puis on veut faire des affaires dans la communauté comme mon frère à Ottawa et à Gatineau. On veut rencontrer des gens, on veut passer du temps dans la ville, c'est tout. C'est au bout de la ligne, ça veut pas dire qu'on va changer la ville de Québec au complet des fans des Canadiens, fans des Sénateurs, mais je pense que c'est juste de laisser un impact. Je pense que, comme je disais la semaine passée à Ottawa, c'est d'avoir la chance d'être ici, d'aller dans la communauté, rencontrer des jeunes. Si je me mets dans cette position-là, quand j'étais jeune ici de Québec, ça aurait été extraordinaire, j'aurais trippé. Fait que c'est un peu ce mouvement-là, cette affaire-là qu'on veut faire ici.
As-tu des souvenirs en particulier de ta carrière junior qui se sont passés ici à Québec?
Oui, on jouait juste une game par année en jouant dans les Maritimes ici, fait que pas énormément, mais non, je me rappelle la dernière fois j'ai joué un match ici au centre Videotron, c'était cool. C'est un peu le même principe qu'aujourd'hui, tu sais, ça va être beaucoup de familles, beaucoup d'amis qui étaient dans les estrades à ce match-là, fait que ça rendrait cet événement-là, ce match-là, ce soir-là, plus spécial.
Tu as monopolisé pas mal de billets?
Oui, quand même. Beaucoup de proches, beaucoup de familles, beaucoup d'amis. Il y en a beaucoup d'autres que c'est pas moi qui ai trouvé leur billet, ça l'ont trouvé eux-mêmes. Mais non, ça va être le fun, je pense. C'est juste, comme je disais, des matchs pré-saison au fil des années, c'est pas les matchs les plus excitants à jouer nécessairement, mais quand tu as la chance de venir ici à Québec devant tout mon monde, ben, ça rend le match encore avec un peu plus d'ampleur.
Tu as grandi proche d'ici, d'amener ta gang des dernières années, non seulement sur ton terrain de golf, mais lundi aussi dans ton coin de pays. Tout ça, qu'est-ce que ça représente pour toi?
Ben, c'est extraordinaire. Je pense qu'on est tous fiers de où qu'on vient. Puis, je pense d'avoir eu les gars chez nous hier, d'avoir joué au golf tout ensemble. Lundi, on va vraiment en plus à Sainte-Marie, dans ma petite ville. Fait que c'est. Non, ça veut dire beaucoup pour moi, je pense, de pouvoir montrer les gars où j'ai grandi. Puis je pense ce qui est encore plus le fun, c'est que quand je demande aux gars pour aller faire des trucs dans la communauté avec moi, c'est. Il y a 15, 10 gars qui veulent toujours venir. Tout le monde veut participer à ça. Fait que je pense que c'est ce qui rend ça plus spécial pour moi, c'est de voir à quel point les gars veulent participer.
Ton père était un grand fan des Nordiques.
Ouais.
Qu'est-ce que lui va vivre, tu penses, dans les prochains jours?
Oui, je pense que ça fait une couple d'années quand même qui est devenu fan des Sénateurs. Mais non, je pense que c'est juste le fun pour lui de voir d'avoir la chance de me voir jouer ici à Québec. Tu sais, la dernière fois, c'était junior majeur, puis c'était juste une game, puis d'être ici aujourd'hui, puis il va amener des amis, il va amener ses chums aussi. Fait que ça va être juste un bel événement pour tout le monde, pour moi personnellement, mais je pense pour ma famille aussi, d'avoir la chance d'être ici, d'avoir tous mes petits cousins, tous les neveux, peu importe, dans la famille au match. C'est ce qui rend ça encore plus cool.
Quoi tu t'attends comme ambiance, spécialement le match contre Montréal?
Ben, ça va être probablement une bonne ambiance, je pense. Les fans doivent être contents que la game va être là. Non, ça va être excitant. Je pense qu'on va avoir une belle foule. Comme j'ai dit, je pense que les matchs pré-saison, c'est plus le fait en tant que joueur d'aller là, prendre des répétitions, de retrouver ta la game shape qu'on appelle un peu plus, mais quand on est à l'extérieur, ça fait un petit voyage, ça fait un voyage de team bonding. Nous autres, les gars ensemble, ça rend les matchs un peu plus excitants que si ça serait, admettons, d'un aréna normal, classique de la Ligue nationale.
Le temps passe vite, Thomas. À moins que je me trompe, tu es le plus ancien des joueurs des sénateurs. Ça représente quoi pour toi d'être encore avec cette organisation-là et de continuer de représenter l'organisation?
Bien, ça représente beaucoup. Je pense que j'ai toujours, depuis que je suis arrivé à Ottawa, j'ai toujours dit que je voulais être un sénateur d'Ottawa, puis ça n'a jamais changé. Fait que d'avoir la chance d'être ici, d'avoir plusieurs gars, que ça fait plusieurs années qu'on est ensemble, je pense que c'est le fun. Je pense que ça a toujours été ça mon but. C'est quand j'ai signé mon contrat de 8 ans, je voulais absolument le faire. C'est la première fois que je voulais le faire. Je veux rester ici. On est en train de bâtir de quoi de spécial ici. On a un groupe d'individus, de personnes incroyables ici dans cette chambre-là. Fait que de faire tout ça ensemble et d'être ici aussi longtemps, je pense que c'est cool.
Dans les dernières années, quand on s'est parlé, il était question, on parlait d'objectifs, c'était d'atteindre les séries. L'année passée, vous l'avez fait, vous y avez accédé. Qu'est-ce que ça a changé dans votre approche de la prochaine saison?
Je pense que c'est juste devenu le standard de notre équipe. C'était notre but au fil des années de se rendre là. Puis je pense qu'un coup, tu y goûtes, tu peux toujours y retourner. Puis au même moment, on sait qu'on est réaliste et que ce ne sera pas plus facile cette année de se rendre en séries éliminatoires. Notre division, toutes les équipes se sont améliorées, tout le monde a ajouté. Fait que, mais non, je pense que c'est juste devenu le standard. Les gars sont arrivés au camp d'entraînement cette année avec le même but, oui, de participer en série, mais d'aller encore plus loin.
Ah, c'était super plaisant. Pour vrai, c'est le fun d'avoir les partisans aussi. Puis dans la ville natale, à Shabby, on a tout le temps du fun.
Tu as passé hier à faire quoi avec Shabby?
Pardon?
Qu'est-ce que tu as fait avec Shabby hier?
Ah, on a eu du plaisir en tant qu'équipe. Un peu de team bonding, aller jouer au golf. Son terrain, que lui, il est là durant l'été. Donc, merci. Donc, c'est rare qu'on ait des journées même qu'on peut vraiment en profiter puis un peu laisser sortir la pression un peu depuis le début du camp d'entraînement. On a eu un bon camp d'entraînement assez intense. Donc, c'était plaisant.
Tu disais que c'était comme un peu un rêve pour lui de jouer à Québec avec les... Comment fier tu le sens d'être dans sa ville et de vous montrer?
Extrêmement. Ah, puis il le mérite. Je pense qu'il a mis beaucoup de travail dans sa vie pour se rendre au point où il est rendu. C'est un excellent joueur de hockey. Très bonne personne. Je suis vraiment heureux d'avoir pu le connaître. Souvent, j'ai joué plusieurs années contre les sénateurs, contre Thomas, sans vraiment trop le connaître. On entend un peu parler des gars durant l'été, tout ça. Donc, je suis super plaisant de le connaître.
Sentez-vous que vous êtes un peu en mode séduction avec les partisans? Sentez-vous que vous avez une petite tâche de séduire les partisans de Québec?
Regarde, je sais pas. Je pense de mon côté, moi, je suis juste content d'être ici, de pouvoir parler en français, de commander en français au restaurant, des choses de même. C'est pas de quoi que on peut faire tout le temps. En 2016, je pense que c'est le premier match pré-saison ici, dans la nouvelle arena. Puis j'avais joué avec Pittsburgh contre Montréal. Donc, ça a été une super expérience. Puis je m'attends encore mieux cette fois-ci, étant donné qu'on est plusieurs jours dans la ville.
Qu'est-ce que tu te souviens de l'atmosphère de ce match-là?
Ah, c'est exceptionnel. Exceptionnel. Les partisans de la ville de Québec ont toujours été des mordus de hockey. Même moi, en grandissant, je me rappelle les premiers jeux de hockey qui sortaient à NHL 94-95. J'avais 6-7 ans, puis je jouais encore avec les Nordiques. Dans mon coin de Sherbrooke, il y avait la fameuse équipe des Nordiques de Sherbrooke qui jouait au roller hockey, toutes sortes de tournois. C'était moi et mon frère qui faisaient nos équipes tout le temps. Du bon temps. Donc, j'ai tout le temps été un partisan un peu d'ici, du coin.
Penses-tu que cette marché-là peut encore supporter une équipe?
C'est sûr que c'est difficile à dire tout le temps comment ça va se passer, mais honnêtement, juste de voir l'amphithéâtre, c'est assez exceptionnel. Je viens d'info aussi au courant de l'été pour des événements de charité, donc je leur souhaite de tout cœur, honnêtement, mais je pense que pour le moment, on est juste content d'être ici, d'en profiter avec les gars de notre équipe, puis c'est pas de quoi qu'on pense à tous les jours non plus.
Qu'est-ce que vous voulez retirer de votre séjour à Québec?
Premièrement, sur la patinoire, je pense que c'est important d'accomplir le travail. Comme on a eu du plaisir hier soir, mais je pense que c'est important aujourd'hui d'arriver à l'aréna, un peu mettre nos bas de travail. On a une pratique assez intense. Puis c'est de la même mentalité, je pense, pour les 2 matchs pré-saison. On ne vient pas ici juste pour avoir du plaisir hors de la patinoire. Je pense que c'est des 2 côtés, on veut accomplir ça. Donc, c'est 2 matchs préparatifs qui sont importants pour nous autres.
Est-ce que tu as l'impression que vous êtes quand même assez avancé dans votre processus là, à ce point-ci du camp d'entraînement?
Oui. Je pense que quand tu demandes aux vétérans, après 2 jours, tu as hâte de descendre à ton équipe. Puis les jeunes, ben, j'imagine qu'il faudrait que ça dure plus longtemps. Donc, on respecte le processus. Je pense que c'est ça le plus important dans la vie. On est content pour les jeunes de voir qui reste encore, ceux qui ont travaillé toute leur vie, toute leur carrière pour se rendre à ce point-ci. Donc, encore une fois, en tant que vétéran, je pense que tu respectes. Ça, tu essaies de les aider le plus possible. Puis souvent, c'est des gars que peut-être c'est pas nécessairement pour le moment, mais ils font le travail pour peut-être au courant de la saison. L'année prochaine, ils commencent déjà à se positionner. Tout le monde, même s'ils savent sensiblement, j'imagine l'équipe va regarder quoi, comme toutes les équipes dans la Ligue nationale, mais il y a tout le temps des gens qui regardent qu'est-ce que tu fais sur la patinoire.
Vous avez pris un bon step l'année passée quand même avec la participation aux séries. C'est quoi vos attentes pour le groupe que vous avez cette année?
Bien, même chose et plus. Tu essaies de te positionner dans les équipes de contenders. Selon moi, il y en a 6 à 8 en toutes les années. Il y en a 6 à 8 environ qui ont une vraie chance de gagner la Coupe Stanley. Puis c'est sûr que ça arrive tout le temps des histoires qu'il y a des équipes qui sortent un peu de l'extérieur, que ça va arriver, mais tu veux te positionner là-dedans. Puis les équipes qui sont là, ils ne veulent pas sortir facilement. Fait que ça va être à nous tranquillement, pas vite, de gagner nos galons. Puis ça n'arrive pas tout en une année.
Vous allez jouer contre le Canadien aussi pendant ce voyage-là. Puis vous êtes deux équipes jeunes qui sont en progression et qui ont fait des séries l'année passée. Sens-tu qu'il y a une rivalité qui commence à se créer entre vos deux organisations?
Bien, les prochaines années vont te dire plus, c'est sûr et certain. Je pense que pour qu'une rivalité continue d'avancer là-dedans, c'est toujours plaisant pour les partisans quand il y a des matchs en série qui se passent. Comme nous, l'année passée, de revivre ça pour les partisans des Sénateurs avec les Maple Leafs, je pense que c'était une expérience assez unique. Je vais me rappeler toute ma vie. C'était super plaisant de voir les partisans de notre côté, comment ils étaient enthousiastes combattre les Maple Leafs, nos voisins en Ontario. Donc, regarde, on verra ce qui va se passer avec les Canadiens. Je leur souhaite le meilleur.
Yeah, exciting. I thought the rink looks beautiful. It was nice. A lot of room. Ice was good. Can't complain. Had a good practice. Guys are excited to be here. So are the coaches.
Any memories from your playing career in Quebec City?
Not a lot, to be honest. The visitors' locker room wasn't very nice. Remember that? But locker rooms have changed a lot over the years. And I don't remember a whole lot. I actually talked to Jacques last night. I forgot he was coaching here when I was playing. But so it tells you it was a long time ago. Just kidding, Jacques. Well, I guess you just have to come to the game and find out. No, Linus will go tomorrow. Try to get him through the whole game.
How much growth have you seen in Thomas Chabot as a player over the past year and a bit that you've coached?
A ton. Yeah, a ton. I think when I became the coach of the Senators, Shabby probably had a little bit of a stigma around him. I wasn't sure what to expect. And right from our first conversation, he's been impressive. And just as the person that he is, the player that he wants to be, the commitment that he's willing to give, the accountability that he has within himself, coachability, he's been impressive.
You've talked about culture with this team and trying to bring a winning culture. How important has he been?
He has been, and I think if you asked me before we took the job, the answer might have been a little bit different, but he's been a big part of it. He wants to win badly. He's also willing to change. Change his game. Much like the rest of our guys, I remember the first conversation I had with Shabby and talking about the excitement level that I had for the group, the young group. But part of that excitement of having a good group is them understanding that they're also part of the problem as well. And until they change or they, commit to being winning hockey players, nothing's going to change. And he's a big part of that.
How have you seen him specifically change as a player?
Just his commitment, I think, to playing on both sides of the puck. Tiny little things. He's such a good skater that I think it was easy for him to play on the move. And I think he's, how do I put it? He stopped playing on the move and just a little more stop and start in his game. Not trying to cheat for offense, and again, he doesn't have to. He's such a good skater. he gets up the ice as good as anyone. His gap can be as good as anyone in the league. And he's one of those guys you like coaching. He brings energy, he's passionate, and that's important.
You mentioned before you had met Thomas, there was like a stigma?
No, I think just, he hasn't won. Hadn't played in the playoffs. An offensive defenseman, stigma might be not the right word, but just if you would have asked me, what do you think of Thomas Chabot? I probably would have thought he was a very offensive defenseman that isn't great in his own zone. And, sometimes you don't really get to know a guy until you really coach him, and his desire to be an all-round player that you can win with is very high. And so I don't want that to come across like, everyone in the league knows he's a good defenseman. So stigma might not have been the perfect word to use.
Can you tell that it means something more to him to be here with his teammates?
Yep, for sure. I think anytime a player comes back home when they don't get to very often, it's special for them. He's obviously got close ties here, and I like seeing that. Sorry? There's always coach bonding. Lots of video watching, studying opponents.